Yeah, I think this hotel should be shut. You know, it's got barbarians, it's got horrible people in there that have no place in this society.
Yeah.
Right? We pay what, £8 million a day the taxpayer pays.
I know.
You know, it's unfair.
Unbelievable.
Right? And these.
What question I've got for you is, realistically, how old are you?
14.
You're 14 years old.
Yes.
What has made you speak out? What has made you, rather than going out with your mates and doing everything really at 14, you've decided it's right for you to do what you're doing?
Yes,
why are you doing it?
Because of instances like that behind us, yeah? Where a homeless man comes out, it's probably an Englishman, and the migrants are in a 4-star hotel over there. At the end of the day, your country's more important than, you know, having a bit of muck about with your mates, you know?
Yeah, no,
because
absolutely.
this is the country we live in. It's going to pot at the expense of many young girls around the country.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
We're here today because of the purpose of that hotel.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been sexual assaults, okay? Is it alleged or is it?
Yeah, we have to say that's camera,
alleged.
but we're not stupid.
Exactly.
I mean, what if you? Obviously, what we don't want is the problem just to be moved on to the next town.
Yes, that's definitely.
What do you think should happen?
So I was warning people a couple of weeks ago. I've done a couple of interviews like this for some YouTubers, and what I will say is, if we get them out of this hotel, they'll just go straight in HMOs and social housing.
Yeah. And that takes away from people that really need it.
Yeah. So which one is worse? We need to get these people out of Epping, right? And obviously they're going to go into another town and city and inflict the same thing they're inflicting here. But at least you can say, we've got them out of here, so why can't other towns do it?
Sets a precedent.
Yeah, sets a precedent.
And then, I think at the moment you've got to take it step by step, little results by little results, getting them out. Yeah, they might try and push it on, but if enough, I'm guessing if enough people do what's being done here, and enough people get the hotels get shut down, hopefully things will start moving in another direction.
Because I'll tell you what, right? If Norwich, you know, there's been a big turnout today at the Brook Hotel, I think it is. If they ask questions and say, Epping's done it, you know, why can't you get these people out of Norwich? Start asking questions, because the establishment don't want to hear this stuff. I'll tell you why they don't want to hear this stuff, because they're the people importing millions. What was it, 1.2 million last year? Yeah?
Insane.
Yeah, I know.
Insane.
And, you know, the demographics of these towns and cities are even worse that they're telling you.
Yeah.
Because we're being demographically replaced. This is what people have to realise, right? So, what do we do now in Epping? Like I say, this hotel's the first step. There'll be rumours of them going into social housing. We're not stupid.
Yeah.
And then we act on that, okay?
Yeah.
Obviously, the Home Office has now put an appeal in, because the problem is they think it's inhumane to let these people. That homeless man being on the streets, that's inhumane. Yeah.
And if he went to the local council here at Epping, what would he be told?
He would be refused any accommodation.
Yeah.
Because
on the basis of what?
On the basis
he's a single man.
Yep.
Yeah. Ironically.
Yeah, the basis of his home nation and the basis of his, skin colour.
Yeah. Literally. Yeah. But then if that guy there was to go over to France and jump on one of those boats and pretend he's from another country and land up on the beaches, what would happen to him then? Where would he be put?
He'd probably be put in them 4-star hotels.
And how wrong is that?
Very wrong.
I mean, in any sense, how can you not look after your own? And then imagine how that guy feels, knowing that these guys are all up here.
I know.
And how that must, people don't know what he's been through, especially being on the street. It takes a lot to get on the street and be like that. So, yeah, it's a scary time, especially people your age.
Yeah, it definitely is, because I look at the future. What have we got? You know, back in the day, it's not just these migrants coming over. It's a lot of economic problems as well in this country.
Yeah.
You know, where are social
cost
clubs?
Of livings and
where are the amusement?
Yeah.
We're meant to be in a housing crisis, right? That's not right. It's because of these people. They're taking up all the social housing. We're not stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you think of the thousands and thousands that are coming, they're gonna have to be put somewhere.
Yes.
And what they're going to do is they're going to end up taking all the social housing away from everyone that needs it, just for the benefit of getting out of these hotels.
Yes.
So even the long run, there's a long road to this.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it starts by getting them out and getting them away from the communities to stop the sexual assault, stop the violence, and what's happening. But then it's a continuing consistency of making sure that people are still working to get them out of the country entirely rather than just moved away.
Well, what I want to know is, what is a genuine refugee, right? A genuine refugee is someone who comes over from an actual war-torn country. Now, we know, right, these people from the war-torn countries, they say they're from the war-torn countries. They're from places like Syria. What war's in Syria, mate?
That's finished.
Exactly. Yeah, these people make excuses. They come on work visas.
Yeah. But then again, we don't know where they're from because they're throwing their passports away. Now, the only reason why are they not, if they were so, if they were from these countries and why would they not turn up and go, here, this is where I'm from, this is why what's happened to me, because they know that they're lying and they'll say anything.
And also I have a criminal record, and also they pay like 5 times the amount of getting on a boat than applying the proper way, Yeah, definitely. So we've got to look at this. Like I mentioned earlier, we've got to look at the demographics in these towns like this, okay? These people, like we've seen, they do nothing, they don't embrace our culture, they just inflict violence, and they're fighting age men in there. So, I mean, that's inhumane, right? Putting all these people on the streets. And also, why are we out here? Because we're scared. People like me, I'm frightened for what my future's going to be, because I don't think it's going to be pleasant, to be honest. I think we want to head in away from the civil arrest. Yeah.
Well, what happened with when you looked at the riots that happened?
Yes.
With the poor girls that were murdered up in Southport. I mean, like you say, the country seems to be at a boiling point.
And who was that fired up by? The establishment, the 1%.
Yeah.
That was done by the establishment to cause unrest in the country. We're not stupid, They think us working class people are stupid, but we're actually, we're not stupid. We're aware of.
And when you talk about working class, I mean, not, when you're talking about your bricklayers, your roofers, your carpenters, like the fabric of this country, the way it was built is by the working class. The middle classes take on what we've built for them and live in them. But when in reality, everything that's everything's ever been built in the United Kingdom was done by the working class. And if you're straight, white, and a Christian, you're getting absolutely slaughtered at the moment, badly.
I mean, what are tradesmen getting out of this country? They're putting in, so much money, and what are they getting out? Nothing. They don't get to vote where their money goes. Their monies are going to foreign aid, right, that are meant to be war-torn, which are not. They're going to migrants like here in 4-star hotels. They're going to migrants in social housing. They're accommodating migrants, and it's costing the taxpayer, the tradesman, the working class money that we don't know where it's going to go. So,
and you think of it like you're talking about the aid that's going abroad. I mean, they talk about no money for things for them to look after people and especially the elders and what's been going on. But they've got these billions and billions to send to foreign countries.
Yes.
I mean, the whole thing's an absolute. It's orchestrated for us to believe that there's no money when in reality they're sending billions.
There is.
So the political class is completely corrupt. And until, I don't even think we've got enough time until Farage comes in to change this. From your point of view,
Farage will be gone in 3 years. Farage, the Reform Party, they act like they have the backbone, but they don't have the backbone. They'll get hammered by the leftists. They'll have a bad time, because this country, I'll tell you what, it's the people who vote in this country, it's the people who don't vote. How many people were there last election that didn't vote?
No.
If them people voted for an actual working class party, and I think it has to be Reform, right, if they're still about. Because you either go for Reform or you split the vote on the right side, and the left are going to unite like they're really good at doing, and either Green Party, Jeremy Corbyn's new party, or Labour again. Which I like to say Labour, because they've lied about everything they promised in their manifesto, and they're just absolutely disgusting.
I'm going to be honest, mate, you're probably the most intelligent 14-year-old I have ever spoken to in my life, let alone anywhere else. What is your name?
My name's Louie.
Louie, and have you got any social media platforms that people can follow you
on? No, not yet, mate, but just trying to. I will.
And that's I mean, you're obviously doing it for the right reasons. It's not about social media, and that tells me more about you than anything. That this isn't about social media. This is about you caring. And
how about you, mate? I've heard your voice before, but I can't tell.
I used to organise some demos down in London for Tommy and that. That's about.
Danny Tomo.
That's right, mate.
Danny Tomo. Oh, mate.
But no, honestly, I'm gonna send this to Tommy.
Well, Tommy's aware. Can I tell you about Tommy?
Go on.
So in my school, I was handing out free Tommy Robinson leaflets when he was in prison. And obviously,
I love it.
They started hammering me for it, and I said it's just freedom of expression, freedom of speech. They didn't want to hear it. But so what happened was, Tommy got hold of this.
Yeah.
I messaged him on X.
Yeah.
He got hold of it and said, listen, Louie, I might refer you to the Free Speech of Union, some sort of...
Free Speech Union,
Yeah, some sort of organisation.
That's right.
And then he said he's going to refer it to Urban Scoop as well.
Yeah, that's right,
so,
Urban Scoop, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him in a long time. But
Well, I'll give him a nudge
he's
for
busy
you
man.
because I think you've got a great future ahead of you, mate, and you've got a brilliant brain on you.
Yeah.
And it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you,
Cheers,
buddy.
Danny.
And listen,